When playing your music and projecting your melodies with a good distinction between melody and accompaniment, you'll also want to play with a degree of phrase shaping if you're interested in adding that kind of melodic interest. In piano playing, it's typical for pianists to try to play in a vocally inflected manner, to pretend that they're not pianists but actually singers. There is a simplified conception that we have of singers whenever we do this, and we often say that whenever a melodic line is ascending, play a little louder, because our imaginary singer might need to use more breath support and more lung power in order to sing higher notes. This can often sound quite nice and provide enough melodic interest for our piano playing. When descending, we can also become softer for the same reason, because lower sounds for a singer might require less breath support and less power. To provide alternative methods of shaping, we can also do the opposite. I often find that decrescendoing on a rising passage gives an appealing sense of fragility, vulnerability, or emotional depth. And whenever crescendoing downward, it can give a sense of sincerity and profundity. Additional concerns whenever you're shaping your melodies is to think about whether certain notes land on a beat or if they're in between the beats of the music. You may want to accent beats in order to have a sense of forward momentum or just to feel like the rhythm is steady and under control. Additional concerns when you're playing your music might be a sense of connection between each individual note. Whenever we're playing piano and listening, you may notice that the beginning of a piano sound could have a kind of percussive attack, a kind of explosion of sound that then resolves into a smooth tone that is more pleasant. But the very first instance of the beginning of a note struck on the piano can be quite percussive and noisy. In order to try to mask this and to feel like the end of each note is flowing smoothly into the beginning of the next note, many pianists will often play with a kind of decrescendo from one note to another. This technique is called matching tones, and it is based on listening to the end of one note and then trying to match the beginning of the next note to how much sound had remained for the first note. Of course, if you play this way, you'll be in a constant decrescendo. So you'll need to crescendo for rising passages or add rhythmic accentuation to replenish the sound so that you just don't decrescendo into nothingness. Good luck trying these different melodic shaping paradigms and work on your own creativity and try it all the different ways you can in order to keep building your control as a pianist.